Hey friends, I had a little bit of time, so I thought we could do some makeup. Okay, so my hair is wet because I'm going to go get a straightener for my hair. I'm getting a keratin, so I washed it like a dummy because I hadn't washed it in like a week, and so I was just like super embarrassed to even show up with my hair looking that bad. So I washed it before I got a keratin. Oh well. So that's why it's wet, because I'm trying not to like put too much heat damage on it. But I'm just gonna put it back so you don't have to look at it. But also I'm gonna wear this like ridiculously cute little thing because it's just like so comfy. So I talked yesterday I did a reel on my Instagram the other day or yesterday, and I was talking about how like just taking a few minutes in the morning is just like sets your day up. It gives me like such a better day, and I feel so much more motivated when I take a little bit of time in the morning just to do my makeup. I never did that before until I found Saint Makeup, and I started just using all of this makeup in this one compact. I'm just cleaning my brushes really quick. And then after I was like, okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of eyeshadows in here. So I just picked like 3 of my favorite eyeshadows and I just put them in here. And then I put the rest of my makeup in this little compact. This is like the size that I suggest getting if you're going to put all of your makeup in one compact, because it gives you some room to grow. You don't have to get them all at the same time, but it gives you like enough variation that you can do your entire face of makeup in one compact. And I just feel like that's the size you're gonna like really love it. And so anyway, I started experimenting with eyeshadows pretty much like every day because it was there and it was easy, and it wasn't something that I had to like search for it in my drawer and find a new palette of eyeshadows that were like 12, and it was just simple and easy. So this is what I would do, is I would get up just a little bit earlier in the morning and I would put this cute little thing on because it's comfy, and I would sit at my little bathroom mirror. I had like this stool that I'm using right now. I got it and I put it in there so I could sit down and have like a little bit of time while I drink my coffee, do my makeup. And it was just like that slow time in the morning was so crucial for me. And then when I was done, I had like my makeup done, and then I didn't even realize like the confidence that I would get from the rest of the day and like walking around knowing that I had spent some time and effort on my face and that I looked halfway decent. And so I think a lot of people underestimate like that confidence that it will give you. And it's not a vain thing. It's really just like, if you don't take the time to do your makeup in the morning or do something, anything really, then you don't always feel good about it. And sometimes it's kind of like, that you don't look that great, or that you didn't spend any time or whatever. Like that you have that one blemish on your face or whatever. And sometimes it's kind of hard to look people in the eyes, which sounds weird, but it's true. Okay, so anyway, I'm just gonna put on this sunscreen right here. This is the Supergoop. It is 40 SPF. I should have linked it, but I did a video yesterday, so if you want to see that, it is linked. So you can go find it over there, or I can put it in the comments later. I really like it with this makeup. I just dropped it, the top. Oh well. Okay, so let's do some makeup. So here's my one compact. You can get a color match. I put it in the description of this video. There's a link to get color matched, so I can help you if you're not local to me, which is so cool. When I originally got this makeup, I got it from someone that lives in Idaho, so it was really cool that she was able to help me all the way from Idaho. And I don't know, it's just really cool. And then it connected us. So I think that the online space is real cool to connecting other people if you have good intentions. You know, it can be not the best space for connection, and I think we all know that. It can get us into trouble and stuff like that. But if you're smart about it and if you have good intentions, I think it's a really cool place to be, actually. I think it is wild that we can learn from people that are like not local to us from our phones. Like, I think that that is such a cool thing that was not a thing before, right? So I think we need to be taking advantage of that. And we can connect with so many people from all around the country or all around the world. And I just think that that's amazing. And something that I feel like we take for granted, and we shouldn't. Okay, so I just put on my contour. I like to use this brush if you are not, if you're kind of new at contouring. I think that this brush is your best bet because it's just really easy to work with, and you just place it right underneath your cheekbone. You can feel it. And so this contour is part of my foundation. So these colors create my foundation. So I can get a dimensional look in one layer of foundation, and that's why this makeup forces you to start actually looking at your face. And when I sat down and took the time to actually look at my face and say, okay, this needs to go here, this needs to go here, I actually started looking at my face differently because, and I thought that that was so weird. But then I realized that it's because we're just taught when we're first doing makeup just to put something all over our face real quick, right? And so once you do that for so many years and years and years, you're teaching yourself, like, you don't realize that, but you're teaching yourself that you have to cover up everything on your face, and that everything on your face is the same, and that it's like bad, you just have to cover it all up. And that's not true at all. We have so much, like, what is the word I'm looking for? We have so much variety in our faces. Like, you don't have to just cover it up with one color, and that's not even gonna get you the best coverage. Since I started doing this, I see people's faces all the time, and I can see like patches where their like skin is showing through, and then other parts of their face will be like, you can tell that it has the foundation there. And I'm just like, yes, that's exactly why we should not be just putting one color all over our face, because that's what happens unless you have an extremely, extremely full coverage foundation. Like, that is what's going to happen, because it just doesn't work that way. So this makeup melts into your skin when you have the right color. So that's why you need to get a color match, because we're trained on this makeup specifically to know what colors go on whose faces and what parts. So if I had like a blemish, I would not use my main foundation shade that I'm gonna put on my blemish. It's like concealer, right? But a lot of people have a lot of different variation in their face. It's not just one blemish or one, like, they have dark circles and all of that kind of stuff. Like I technically could use a third highlight shade, but I'm just not going to because this works better for me right now. But sometimes on days when I have like a very dark, like I didn't get enough sleep or something like that, then I need that other color to go in and correct. And even right here, actually, it would probably be a good idea to do that because I have some texture right here. So a good rule of thumb is that if you have mature skin or texture or anything like that, you're going to want to go darker. So I'm going to use a darker color called Amber, actually. Let me find it. And I'm gonna put that on this area right here. I can actually show you. So I'll show you with the candlelit first. So I actually have some on my brush already, and I'm just gonna put that over this dry spot. So I have eczema, and I've had it my whole life. Eczema is an allergy, and I don't know exactly what I'm allergic to, but just because it's an allergy doesn't mean that other things aren't going to affect it. So if you're already allergic to something and you don't know what that is, it could be something that you're eating. And it could be like, mine is such a slight allergy that it's fine in the summertime. So in the winter, when my, the air is just drier, I get it on my hands. But then in the summer, it's fine because the winter dry air is just enough to, it's already like, I already have that allergy in me. And then when I have the winter air, it's just enough to like have a flare up and to accentuate it. It's not because of the air, it's just because like my body can't handle anymore. And so it has a flare up. But this is from like something that I'm using because like I used some sort of skincare which irritated it. So I clearly already have the allergy in me and my body is just like fighting it off, and it's so little. It's just a tiny sensitivity that when I don't have anything irritating my skin, then it's fine. So that's why I'll probably really never know what the allergy really is. Just because it's so hard to pinpoint. I mean, it could seriously be anything. And it only happens like sometimes, right? Okay, so see how I put that there, and it didn't really do anything. Like it just, you can still see that like flaky skin, whatever. If I put that on the other eye where I don't have that flakiness, it's gonna be different. So it's just going to like brighten and get rid of that darkness and just kind of like melt into my skin. See the difference there? Okay, so I'm gonna do this side. And I have a little bit of redness, but it's not enough to where I would need a darker color. The candlelit can support the redness that I have. But if it was a day that I had extra redness and it was really deep, or if you're someone who has like skin like mine and say it's pretty fair, but then you have very deep redness, then you would need another color, a color correcting color is what we would call it. And so normally we're taught with concealer just to go in with concealer and do a brighter color to get rid of like acne or whatever, or dark circles. But it's not really like treating the actual issue. It's just like concealing it, I guess is the word. But with this, it's like formulated and we're taught to go in and actually correct the color. So it's not going to end up looking gray. Like, do you ever have your makeup when you're doing your concealer and you are done and you just kind of feel like it's not really that bright, it just feels like gray? That's because you have dark circles under your eyes and you're not color correcting. You're just adding a brighter color. and it's not fixing the issue. It's just kind of like concealing it, and it's making this area look gray, which is kind of what it's doing right here. Okay, so, and this is my point too. If you have mature skin or very dry skin, your skin could look like that. It's just textured. Mine is just very dry right now because of the eczema, like I said. And so you're going to want to shade down. So I'll show you. So now I'm going to take my amber, which is just like a shade darker. And I'm going to go in. I should actually probably use the other end of the brush. And just tap on. And do you see the difference now? You can still see the texture because it's not ever going, makeup is not ever going to take that away. It's never going to take away your wrinkles or anything like that. But it will help to conceal better than some, right? So now I was able to brighten this part of my eye without making it look gray or accentuating that flaky skin right there. Isn't that so cool? And you want to make sure that you're stippling. Like, this is a very light brush, so you can kind of swirl in most parts. This is like my magic eraser brush, I call it. I'm going in with my brighter shade right here. And so you can kind of swirl it around, but with any other brush, you're definitely going to want to stipple. Because if you swipe this, like I see so many people doing this, I don't understand where we learned this from, but if you swipe this, it's just gonna take it off of your face. So that's why you wanna stipple on. Okay, and now I can go in with a brighter shade because I corrected that, I color corrected it. So now I can go in with my brighter shade here and again, stipple this on. We don't want to do swiping motions because it's just going to take that other layer there that we did off. And then it's not going to do what we want it to do. So we're just going to stipple this on here. So basically you have to color correct before you brighten. Unless you have perfect skin, then you can go in and brighten. But most of us don't have perfect skin. So this is my brightening shade. It's called Versailles. So with this texture right here, we want to try to not put as like the least amount of products as we possibly can, because the more products equals the more texture, which equals more of the cakey look. So you just want to do a tiny amount and then blend it up from there. Okay. And if you're looking at me like this lady has lines all over her face, what the heck is she talking about? Don't worry, you just have to blend. And sometimes blending with cream takes a second, okay? So I'm going in with my candlelit because I want to neutralize the my eyelids, so you can't see like the veins on my eyelids and the purple or the discoloration, whatever it is. So see the difference there? Okay, so there's that. And then if you want to like really accentuate your face here, you can take this lighter color and put this right underneath your contour. I actually usually wait to do this at the end, but just because you want to use this to like crisp it out, the contour, but it's because it's going to lift your cheekbones. So a lot of times people are like, wow, your face looks so like chiseled or just like, I don't know. And mine looks like blah. Well, that's because I took the time to contour and I used colors to my advantage, right? So if you do a brighter shade right here that's going to lift this area of your face. Excuse me. You're going to lift this area of your face, and then when you're doing your contour, this is creating a shadow here, so it looks like this is lifted. So you're not just doing your contour, you're double lifting, right? And then I just like to kind of accentuate my nose. So I did my nose contour. I don't know if you saw it, but I just put those two lines on the sides of my nose because I love that it just gives me a more defined look instead of just like a blah nose. It's more like square. Okay. So next I'm gonna take this brighter highlight color and put it down the center of my nose. And this is going to finish off the nose contour. So I like this brush because it's easier to blend. Like if you used, say, this brush and you're just like swiping around, do not do that. That is not going to work. Okay, you're just gonna be like swiping the color off your face. So that's why I always recommend this brush, because it's just a little bit easier. It's like a little bit more forgiving. You can kind of, you know, do this, fluff it out, whatever. All right, and like right here, now I can do this for my contour. I'm not going up here and doing that, but I'm just doing it right here for my contour. And it's just helping to blend that out a little bit. Now, if you took this brush, you can't do that with this brush. You have to make sure that you have nothing on it. Nothing on it. I didn't even wipe it off, clean it off. And you're just going to do that to blend, okay? Like kind of how I did on my forehead there. Blended that back. All right, now I'm going to take my bronzer. You have to have Bella bronzer. It is just the best thing. I'm obsessed with it. And you wanna make sure that it's like on the tip of your brush here. And start back here. And work your way up here, work your way down your cheekbone. And I love taking this bronzer and using it to help blend out my contour, because if you think about it, so many people are like, I don't want to use the bronzer, I don't want to use the blush, like I just want to use this foundation. Okay, well, do you ever contour your face? Have you ever seen anybody contour their face and not put on blush or bronzer, not finish the look? Like, have you ever seen that? I mean, yes, you can, but I just don't feel like it comes all together without it. So, and then people are like, oh, contour is scary. Well, no, it's not scary. You just have to finish the look. You have to have it all come together. So I'm just using this to flick this up. You don't ever want this to come down below your cheekbone ever, because that is going to do the opposite effect of what you want, unless you want to lower your cheekbones. Okay, and then you also don't want to come too far. So the really cool thing about cream makeup is that it doesn't set. It's not like liquid or powder that it has a certain amount of time and it's going to set on your face. It doesn't set until you set it. So you can take your highlight shade and like chisel out where you want it to stop if you accidentally went too far. See? So it's not like the end of the world. You cannot mess it up, because you can fix it. Now when you're doing, and I feel like that's why people think that like contour is scary, because when you're using regular makeup, it sets and then you can't move it around and you have to like redo your whole makeup or take it off or whatever. and it's really hard. It doesn't look good if you have to take it off. So it's not scary because you can fix it with this makeup and like something that easily. All right, so now I have my dimension here, and I have my bronzer that has brought it all together, gave me this glowy look. And now I'm going to take a lip and cheek. I have saffron in my palette, but I used that yesterday, so I feel like we should try something else today. What should we do today? They're like all over here. So I do in-person color matches a lot. So if you want to do an in-person color match with me, you can see all of these shades and you can see them in person, and we'll try it, and it's free. So if you're local to the Atlanta area, you can just send me a message and we can do that too. But if you're not local, or if you don't have time to do that, then you can go through the link and get a color match. Okay, let's do Madrid and then Saint Tropez. Is that Madrid? Yeah. Okay. So normally I don't like anything that's orange on my face. I just don't. And this is like a mix between pink and orange, I feel like. And I actually don't hate it on me. Like, I think it's a really beautiful color, but I don't really ever like oranges on myself. But it's actually really pretty. And it's pretty subtle. Okay, so I'm just like placing this right where I want it to go. You'll find when you do your makeup, if you don't already know, you'll find where you like your blush to be. Some people like it up here, some people like it up here. Like, it just depends on what you like, and you just have to kind of play around with it and see. You'll know if you don't like it, you know? You'll be like, ooh, I didn't like that. So then just don't do that next time. That's okay. You don't have to do what all of the trends say to do. Like, I hate my blush up there. I think it looks not flattering on my face. But I have high cheekbones, so I don't know if that's why or what, but I just think it's weird. But I also don't like to come in too far either, because then that just kind of like, you want this area where your eyes are to have the most room, because you just want everything to be, the goal is to have your eyes the center of attention. Okay, and then I'm gonna put this Saint Tropez color over top. It's this like really frosty color. And I know it's an orange, but I'm gonna do it. These are both matte, so they're not shiny, and I think that's what I was like looking for. When you're used to mattes, like you're so used to that, but then when you're used to like glossy, then you don't ever want to not be glossy. Okay, so just brighten that up a little bit, and I'm gonna do that on my lips too. I could even put it on my eyes. Ooh, maybe that's what I should do. Okay, I'm gonna put this Madrid on my eyes. So this is what I'm doing every month. So we have a lip and cheek color every month, and it's either like a new color that's been like, it's either a new color or a color that's older, but that's been like discontinued, and so they re-release it. And this month is Audrey, and it's a new color. It's this really pretty light pink color. I don't have it, but I really want it. And you can go and online and look. It's called Audrey. And if you take a picture of yourself with your makeup on, or like if I did a tutorial and you tried it and you take a picture or something like that, and tag me on either Facebook or Instagram, either one, but you have to tag me or else I won't be able to see it. So I won't know that you did it. I am going to enter you to win the Lip and Cheek of the Month. And each month is a surprise. So we have no idea what it is until the day of. But there are so many different uses for our lip and cheeks. Like you can put them on your eyes. You can use them as a brightening shade. You can use them for so many different things. So it's really cool. Even if it's not something you were expecting, you can always find a way to use it. So, or you can give it to someone that would like it. But yeah, so I'm doing that every month. Every month I'll pick someone and I will send them the Lip and Cheek of the Month. So just take a photo, take a selfie. You could even do, like if you just were a customer of mine and you just got your makeup, you could take a picture of your makeup and tag me. Whatever you want to do, but it has to be makeup related. Even if like I did a purple eyeshadow look on my Instagram, if you wanted to recreate that with your own eyeshadows and tag me, I would still enter you. That's fine. It doesn't have to be this makeup. It just has to be like something that I helped you with makeup wise. Okay, look how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to do an illuminator in the inner corner because I just have to. I'm gonna do glazing. I don't have to, but I just like to. And isn't that what matters? When you find something you like, just go for it. Like, who cares what other people say? You like it for a reason, so don't let other people take that away from you. Because you could be missing out on a lot of opportunities and a lot of happiness just because you're listening to other people. And that goes for anything. I mean, within reason, you know. Be a good person, but you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm putting that right here. Just to brighten up, did I say that I'm using glazing? I don't remember. These two colors together are so pretty. It's like a dusty, rosy color. It's not even orange to me. It's just kind of like a dusty color. That sounds bad, but it's not. Kind of like muted, I guess. Not so in your face. All right, and then I'm gonna take my contour right here. This is my indigo contour that I used on my cheeks, and I'm gonna use that as eyeliner. Because why not? So you can look bougie on a budget, you know? You don't have to have all of the special brow kits, lip kits, like whatever, to create a good look or a fancy look even. You can get so glammed up. You guys, makeup, it's the same. It's all about marketing. And once you learn that, your life will change. So use your products to your advantage. Okay, so there is my eyeliner. And then I'm gonna bring it down here. Okay, and then I've gotta do my eyebrows. So I'm gonna take my contour again, but this is a different color because my eyebrows are black. I couldn't find it last time. Okay, I'm gonna have to use an eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use this color called Trust right here. If you have like dark brown hair, you can probably use this for your eyebrows. I like it because it's just a lot easier to use. It's a powder, so it's not so like in your face. Just like a subtle transformation there, right? Okay, sorry, I had to focus. Okay, so here is the eyes. I'm gonna do a little bit of mascara. It's so quiet. Oh my gosh, I just got that all up on my lid right there. I didn't link anything, but, well, I didn't link this either. I was gonna say I did a video yesterday and I linked everything. I tried to, but I did forget this mascara. But if you're interested in like the sunscreen that I used, it is kind of expensive, but it's the only thing that doesn't break out my face. It's the only like lotion or sunscreen that doesn't break out my face. So I just feel like I have to pay for it. Because I have so much sun damage, or I had so much sun damage from not wearing sunscreen because lotions would just break out my face so bad. And I didn't even use moisturizer until I was probably like 28. Like I would use gel moisturizer sometimes, but that was like all I could use. And then I couldn't use a daily sunscreen because I would just get these, I mean, awful pimples. They were so big. And honestly, I can't even tell you the last time I got a pimple. Sometimes I can feel them coming up, like underneath the skin, but they don't ever surface. which is so weird to me. So if you would share this video, I would really appreciate that. I would love to be able to help people that really need what I'm getting this all over my face because I'm talking. That really need what I have to offer them. And so if that is not you, that's totally okay. But I would really love if you would share this so that it could reach the people that it needs to reach. I spent a long time with an eczema journey and struggling with my skin to find the right products that would not irritate it. And like I said, like the sunscreen, stuff like that. I spent a long time and I just feel like I know what it feels like. And if I had had someone to tell me and give me what worked for them, and then I could try that, or at least just give me some pointers, that would have been really helpful to me. So I would like to give that to someone else, so I didn't have to just learn it on my own. You know, it was not fun and not easy, but I feel like everything happens for a reason, and so I would really like to be able to help someone that is maybe going through something like that, because I know how it feels and it's not fun. Okay, so I just took this spoolie end here and I am scraping away my dried mascara. Okay, and now I'm going to do glamazing on my cheeks here, because why not? This is the thing, when you get your one compact makeup, you're just like walking around with a full face of makeup because it's all right here, and you're like, why would I not put it on? You don't have to. And you definitely don't have to every day. And that was not my point. It's just like, for me, it just became like a why not kind of thing. And like when you see other people and you're like, oh, she looks so pretty, or her makeup looks so good. Aren't you like, I wish that I took the time to do that? Sorry, I was using the phone as a mirror and that's really creepy. Like staring at you. So I don't even use lip liners anymore because why would I? I just like contouring my lips. Okay, and then my plan was to use that same lip and cheek color that I used on my lips. Using a different finger. Okay. It's like a pretty rosy mauve color. And just blend. Blend, blend, blend. Till it looks like you don't have to blend anymore. I mean, don't you want your lips to look like that? If you don't, that's okay, but I won't be offended. All right, now I'm gonna take this Saint Tropez and put that right there. It's like a really frosty color, so I don't know if I would use it on its own, but it's pretty. Okay, and now since I have this like really flaky skin right here, I think I'm just going to use a setting spray. And I'm gonna spray it on this sponge here. You can get this through the link that I provided as well. It's called a Perfector sponge. I don't know how expensive they are, but they're really good and they're like less than a beauty blender, so. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I am just, again, tapping. Just tap and don't swipe. Okay, you can even put it on your lips. See if that works. We'll see if that stays today. I can't get anything out because it's almost gone, so normally you wouldn't need to do that many sprays. Just FYI. Okay. Okay, so now we're all done. And that would have taken me a lot less time if I wasn't sitting here chatting with you, but I just figured it would be fun. And I have a lot of time this week because I'm starting a new job like next week. And so I have a lot of time this week, so why not? Why not? Okay. All right, so if you would like to be color matched, go to the link that I provided and send me a photo of your face. Make sure that you are standing in front of a window and not under any harsh lighting, like no bathroom lighting, no, like don't stand in your living room with a light above you. Like because it's gonna cast a different color, like shade on you, because our lights are typically like dark or whatever. So it's gonna make you look like different than if you were just in the natural lighting. So I wanna see what truly your face really looks like, so I can know exactly which colors to recommend for you. And then I will mark up that photo and I will tell you which colors go where, so you'll know how to do it. Okay? And if you would like to earn a commission, you can earn 20 to 40% commission by selling these products. Then you can do that too. Just send me a message or you can comment on here and I will help you get all that information to you. It's just like a really easy, simple step. So I could put a link here, but I didn't. So anyway, there's lots of links on my Instagram and other things. So if you are interested, if you found this, then you can go to my Instagram. It's Miss Layla Shea, and there's tons of stuff and tons of information. You can message me here or there, and I'll be happy to help you. And I guess I will see you guys later. I have to go get this mess. I'm getting a keratin straightener, so this will be no more after today. So super excited. All right, well, I will see you guys later. Bye.